everyone, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I want to quickly go through the uptick in the market this morning, which I gave all of you a heads up a few days ago that this is going to happen, and some resistance levels that you need to watch because this is going to be short term, and some upcoming trends in the coming weeks and months. So this is how the QQQ looks like right now because of the uptick that happened this morning due to a possibility of a rate cut mentioned at Jackson Hole. It's already retreating a bit, but overhead resistance, you should be looking at this gap on the 2-hour chart that happened right here. And then if this is broken, then you should be looking at this line right here as overhead resistance. But again, this is short term, as I mentioned. Don't treat this as a start of another bull rally. No, it's not. And if we're looking at the semiconductor sector, it's the same thing. It's already telling you to sell here because on the inverse side, you can see that institutions have been buying during the past 3 months. And this is another buy point. And they are preparing for something big, I can tell you that. And if we're looking at the 15-minute chart, this is a big bottom that it's called historic bottom that's happening on the SOXS. So it's putting some pressure on the upward movement of the SOXL. And overhead resistance, watch for the gap here and then up here. And then for Tesla, we can see that it's already at resistance. It's almost touching this line and then it's retreating from here. So in the last video, I said that this is going to be a short-term bounce. And if you're looking at a similar bounce before, you should be looking at this one. And then you can see that it's this bounce here is almost as high as the bounce here. So we're almost at the top of this upward trend. And if it breaks this level, then you should watch for here as the next resistance level. And if we're looking at NVIDIA, it's the same thing. It's touching this trend line here on the 1-hour chart, and then it's retreating from there. So for the earnings next week, I know that a lot of the big institutional funds have already pulled out of NVIDIA like yesterday. So they are not going to play this, and you should not be playing the earnings report and expecting an uptick because of that. So just be conservative with your investment strategies at this high point in the market, and the high point was here. So technically we are already off the high point, the historical high in the market. And looking at the coin stocks, so coin, I said to pull out of the puts a few days ago on coin and MSTR. So you should be out at this point, and you will avoid this retreat in your profit on your puts. I'm looking at a upward resistance at around the upper edge of this box here, and the same with MSTR. I think MSTR has a higher upward space to go because it retreated a lot before. So watch for this trend line as the first resistance level, and if it breaks this point, watch here. And also Intel, I said a few days ago that I'm expecting a short-term bounce. So similar to this magnitude, honestly, today's bounce is not even that forceful, if you will. So upward resistance, look at here, but I doubt it's going to reach that point. Um, so yeah, I just wanted to go through these with you guys so that you will have some sort of guidance going forward. But real quick, let's just look at the SQQQ, because this is a primary indicator on the QQQ. Because you will want to watch the inverse indices when you are playing the upright stocks or indices, because you want to know when institutions are planning a crash on you. So looking at the week chart, we have this historic bottom, which is not going away. So you can see that for the past few months, they have been planning a big crash on the market, and it's going to come in the next few months. And I'm not even joking about this because this is historical. And you have heard from Jerome Powell himself this morning that there is a weak jobs market and it's going to transpire in the market soon. It hasn't yet because of the huge amount of retail investors looking for a bull market. But once the sentiment reverses, then you will want to watch for a market crash. I'm not even joking. So, this is what you should be expecting for the next few weeks and months. That's all for today's video. I'll see you in the next one.